yarns at the least. Which will be interesting because half of the tail I need to knit backwards or knit left-handed.
Brandy J. Locks. Are you tired of making them?
Actually no. I think somehow they are keeping my interest. I am not getting tired of them at all, which is surprising. Surprises me. There's enough going on in them to where you aren't just constantly knitting. There's increases, there's bind offs, there's short rows, more short rows, some knitting, more short rows, some knitting, more short rows, decreasing, binding off, sewing, making the comb, which is knit, increase, bind off, knit, increase, bind off. The comb we just did, that was simple, easy. The other one, the last one I just finished, I lost the back pieces for the eyes. These are the safety eyes, and I lost the back pieces for it. So what I did is I melted it down more than I melted these. I let it stay on fire until it was about to touch the yarn, and then I smothered it out. So they're definitely not going to come off because they're melted in. Poor things, but it is what it is. They're on, and I didn't have a back piece, so it's fine. It's fine. I tried pulling them out. I couldn't pull them out. I have to bite them off. Okay. Hold on to that. We're gonna just type that in. That way I can keep track. And she's already snoring. She is already snoring.
Pokemon community game. Mirror Steppers, the Pokemon already escaped.
Oh, you were slightly late. Crafty lady.
Thanks for subscribing.
Aww. Thank you so much for the sub.
Has been caught by
No more ads for you. Thank you so much.
Crafty Lady 2019 just subscribed for 24 months in a row.
24 months. Wow, it's been 2 years. Wow. I can't believe it. It seems like it's only been a few months, not 2 years. That's amazing. Thank you for the support. That helps keeps the lights on. Thank you so much. Lights on, internet going. That's what's important, right? Kitties are more than happy. They get so much spoilage. I thought we lost Mia, though. Had not seen her all morning. And I looked everywhere for her, couldn't find her. The garage door was cracked open, so I thought maybe she got out there. Didn't see her in the garage. So I was hoping she didn't get in the garage and outside when hubby went to work, and he didn't get the door quite closed all the way. So yeah, I was a bit worried. But I went around again calling her name, and she came out. I don't know exactly where she was. She was in the breezeway somewhere. I went through that whole room and couldn't find her. Welcome back from ads. We're just recapping the Mia this morning. So here on stream we did another Mia hunt. And she just came strolling out like nothing happened, still a little sleepy-eyed. Crazy cat. Crazy kitty. birds are looking for more food. I feel like I need to fill their feeder. Didn't I thought I filled that yesterday. Is it empty already? Oh my golly, it is empty. Yes, they already have it empty. Whew. These birds must be hungry. Okay, when I take my 3 o'clock break, I will fill the bird feeder. Oh my goodness. I think hubby would make sure, you know, everything's taken care of anyway, but it's nice when streams can support itself. You know what I mean? So, Crafty Lady, you missed it earlier. I was talking about the little crayfish claws that I found on vacation. Is it this bag? I think it's this bag. I'm thinking with like foam tape, I can create like little shadow boxes with the foam tape. I think these 2 claws were from the same crayfish. This was a smaller one. So I'm thinking if I use like I'll probably have to spray them with something like an acrylic spray or something to pretty much seal them up, and then create like a shadow box is what I'm thinking of doing with like foam. It'll be easier with this one because it lays flat, so foam tape around it and like a little thin clear plastic over the top of that just to seal it in, like a little shadow box. The rocks I won't be able to put in. Maybe the smallest rock I'll be able to put in there, but not all of them. But that's kind of the tentative plan with these. Had them all rolled up in a Hobby Lobby craft bag. 1, so I don't lose them. 2, so they don't get crushed by rocks. They have a little bit of cushion in there. Because I did bring home a few rocks too from Drummond Island. I will forever remember Drummond Island. It was fun. The one spot was, well, there was a couple spots that were really scary. Going down the steps at, oh, what was it called? Head something. Let me get the map. Marblehead. The stair steps at Marblehead. Oh my gosh, those were scary. When we first got there, we watched two jeeps come up the steps. We were looking to go down. There is a picture in this book of it. Somewhere, maybe closer to the back. The camping was nice. Here, the steps at Marblehead. Oh my gosh, they looked deeper than what you see here. because these rocks here were more pronounced. We came around these trees here and came in this side, and we were still 2 wheels, like a front wheel and a back wheel. And you could tip one way or the other. That was a little scary. A lot of the trails were like this, very rocky. You had to maneuver around them. We didn't see Walker Trail. We didn't see that one, but the twisties we went through, the log jam we went through like 4 times. I think we went through log jam. We went through that 4 times. It looked like this. Were we on Walker? Maybe we were on Walker Trail for a little bit, because we did stop and we got a family photo of us on that day. That's right. We did do, it looks familiar. We did do Walker Trail. There were so many. Yeah, this is more what it was like. Shale Beach. Sorry, you can't see Shale Beach. We were at the Maxton Plains. I did take pictures of each one of those plaques. Fossil Ledge, we went there twice. You can see how it totally drops off here. It goes from like 2.5 foot or 3 foot down to 45 foot there at that ledge, Fossil Ledge. Marblehead, we were up here. That's one of our first stops. Beautiful, beautiful scenery up there. It was fantastic. We didn't go golfing. I didn't even see golf course. Didn't even see the golf course. I imagine it would be awesome in the fall to see all the beautiful Michigan fall colors. I bet that would be gorgeous. Here's common fish they have in the area. We didn't do any fishing. Amazingly, I'm sure my dad would want to. But yeah, here's the picture. We were all over the place. Our camping area was right around here. And we were all over. Maxton Plains was fun. I think we went to that beach twice. That's where the ledges are. We went there twice. Glen Cove was the last one of the last beach we went to was Glen Cove. That one was, I have to say, the nicest beach. There was a lot of nice parking there. It was more like a regular type beach would be, so more of a sandy beach and not a rocky beach. Most of the beaches we went to were rocky. It was a very interesting trip. I'm glad I went, and I have to say I would totally do that again. I would totally do that. I would love to do that again. But we're trying to decide on what next year's family trip will be. So something to talk about over the course of the winter. Since I believe the parents will be still going to the desert for the winter. I think the reason why I purl looser than I knit is because I feel like my tension might be slightly off when I'm purling as opposed to when I'm knitting. I don't know, I still hold the yarn in the same hand and everything. Might just have to left hand knit the whole thing. Nine more rows. Pum, 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 pum. Hydrate. All right. You finish this row. Well, it doesn't matter. I can stop there. Oh. Another fan pea. Didn't we start out with the fan pea? I'm going to throw a timer ball, but I'm going to wait for the time to go down a bit. I'm drinking the black cherry lime from Nixie sparkling water. After that'll be regular water. I'm only trying to do one sparkling water a day. Heavy ball. Good, good. It is delicious. This one actually has quite a bit of flavor to it. And of course they're zero sugar, no calories, you know, nothing special in it. Okay, time for that timer ball. Since I have lots of timer balls, maybe I should be using them.
Little sparkling water NBLOL.
I am liking Nixie. LaCroix isn't making, at least not in this area, is not making my favorite flavor anymore, which is the cherry blossom. I miss my cherry blossom. Here we go again, y'all. Hello? Can I help you?
Hi, Karen. I'm Mike from US Financial. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. What do you need?
This is about debt settlement. Do you have any debts to pay off, like credit cards,
Nope.
personal loans, or medical bills?
Nope. I don't have any debt.
Are you looking for any possible cash or
No.
home improvement?
I have cash, thank you. I don't need anything. Can you take me off your calling list, please?
That's what she said.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Playing blurb sounds about being using 300. Switch channel points.
Lies, lies, it's all lies, but they don't know that. We still have a house payment. Yeah, you can always tell there's like that little blip sound before they take the call. It's a scam. It's all a scam. They get your information from credit card companies that sell your information. It's sad that credit card companies do that, but I guess they got to make extra money somewhere because all the scammers keep scamming, and so they keep getting out of the money because they can't get the money back from scammers. And more skimmers have been found in my town. It's so sad. It's that fake credit card skimmers.
Turn down volume this time XD.
Sorry about that. At least I didn't have to yell at him this time. I'm just like, nope, nope, nope.
Brandy J. Locks. Drop.
Oh, you're getting closer, but I don't think you're gonna make it. Ugh. You didn't get your ducky, Brandy. I'm sorry. Okay. I keep reaching over to click my row counter that's on my phone.
Drop.
Because I have this pattern in Knit Companion. I just keep going over and over the same 5 pages.
Knitter Girl. Hello, Brandy Locks.
Knitter Girl, you made it. 60. Very nice.
Brandy J. Locks.
Boo.
Brandy J. Locks. Hi, Nick.
That's one thing Ghost Gal used to do. Every time she popped into stream, she'd say boo. Haven't seen her talk to her in quite a while.
At my stream today, I was so happy I could figure that out by myself.
VTuber.
2019. Hi, Brandy J. Locks. Brandy J. Locks. Hi, Crafty.
Y'all so cute.
Lotus Adapsis. The character at the corner.
The character at the corner. I'm still lost. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Knitter Girl. I have seen Mary in a while.
Oh, I've seen Mary. I've seen Mary in YouTube. I've seen Mary in YouTube. She's usually in Dana's Wonderless Crochet YouTube. I don't follow very many YouTube channels anymore. I actually unsubscribed from 3 more of them because I haven't been watching them and keeping up on their stuff, and yeah. So I just unsubscribed. YouTube would eventually kick me out anyway because I haven't been watching them. Because that's what they do. I think that's what they've been doing here in Twitch as well. If you haven't visited one of your streams for a while, they do have a tendency to kick you out. Because they want as close to accurate numbers as possible. A whole thing. I don't keep track of much in my YouTube. I do need to upload more of my Twitch VODs in there. I was trying to catch up and forgot that I was trying to catch up. I think I got 3 videos uploaded yesterday though. And people have been watching them, which is great. I don't know where my numbers are on that or how many watch hours I have. I don't even know where to go to look for that stuff because I don't pay attention to it. I kind of gave up on YouTube when my so-called friends started saying things about me and things that weren't true. You know, some friends, they make up stuff and make everybody, just to make everybody mad or create drama where there wasn't any. I don't know. Not the best of friends to have, huh? So I pretty much stopped doing all the things I used to do. I took down most of my, I think I only have one tutorial video up. I've taken down all my tutorial videos, put them in private instead of public. And I came over to Twitch. So much better here in Twitch. Oh my gosh, no drama. Everybody helps everybody. It's fantastic. No stress, no drama. That's the way we like it. That's the way it should be. So now we're on the decrease side. But all of that being said, this year I will have an advent calendar, a yarny one. It has 20 gram minis for each day for 25 days.
Hello there, Kate Piper.
Positively Crafty, hello and welcome. Hi. New activity. What's going on here? Scroll up. There we go.
Knither Girl. Hello, Positively Crafty.
Always great to see you.
Positively Crafty.
Hope you're having a good
Check in.
Tuesday? Yes.
TCC
Yes,
check-in,
it's
let
Tuesday.
us go.
Thank you so much for the check-in. So lovely. So lovely of you. Very supportive. Just what I was talking about. I love how Twitch streamers are supportive. Even if we're making the same thing, we're all supportive of each other. It's fantastic. That was not my experience in YouTube.
Positively Crafty. Thank you for your help yesterday.
Oh.
You were such a great source of fiber info.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello, Mirrors.
But there is a book that could help you in the future.
But only in the craft area, the gaming is toxic at times.
Yeah, true. I don't get into the gaming area a whole lot. I do watch some gamers, but I'm very picky on the gamers I watch. I don't like the ones that curse and have the loud, annoying music. Anyway, I have a thing for no cursing. I can, a curse word pop out here and there. That's fine. But not like every second word, every third word, whatever. Should not be a curse word. You can say what you need to say without those words. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Even my family-friendly ones can be straight.
yeah. This book is one that you need Positively Crafty in your life. The Fleece and Fiber Source Book. It is fairly thick, a good-sized book. Has information, all kinds of information about all different kinds of sheep breeds, what their fiber is like, if they have guard hairs or not guard hairs. See, this could be what it is too. Romney is that way too. There's so many different things I didn't think about. I don't care for that either. But I like this book because it gives you pictures of the sheep breed, so you can, sorry, it's not a very good example, is it? So you can see what the sheep looks like, as well as the type of products, the type of yarn that it makes. And it gives you all kinds of information about the fiber, what that fiber is best used for, that kind of things. If the staple length, the characteristics. Such a great resourceful book, because I don't remember everything. I try. Cotsworth, that one is a very, very scratchy, very rustic kind of wool. I remember spinning that up before, but some I remember, some I don't. Oh, South Down, that is one. Oh, this is Cheviot. Those are the kinds that I get locally. Down. south down. This is a fiber that a lady local to me has been giving me. Oh, that's Dorset down, south down. But the steep